Hello, good evening, and welcome to After Working Hours, right here on Voices of Self-Discovery. I am Priscilla Appiah, and tonight we are diving into a topic that is crucial for any leader in today's fast-paced world. We will explore the nuances of building and nurturing meaningful connections, not just in boardrooms, but in more informal and authentic environments. So, when I talk about networking beyond the office, I'm talking about viewing networking as something that's not confined to formal events, professional settings, or scheduled meetings. It's about building relationships in the spaces where people are often more relaxed, more themselves, whether that's over a casual dinner, during a flight, or even at the gym. These less formal settings offer a unique opportunity to connect on a human level, and I believe that's where the real magic of networking happens. You may be a leader or executive listening to me and wondering how you can make networking a natural part of your daily routine. Absolutely. For leaders, networking shouldn't be something you check off your to-do list. It should be a part of how you operate day to day. I believe it's about engaging with people around you in a consistent and meaningful way. This could mean taking 5 minutes at the end of a meeting to ask someone how they are really doing, or sending a thoughtful follow-up email after a quick interaction. When we view networking as building relationships instead of making transactions, it becomes a habit rather than a chore. And over time, these small efforts compound into a powerful network of people that support your goals long-term and vice versa. Now, speaking of consistency, I imagine part of that is knowing when to speak and when to listen. And listening plays a very crucial role in successful networking. It is one of the most underrated skills in networking, particularly for leaders. As we know, executives are used to being the ones who drive conversations or make decisions, but in networking, the most strategic move you can make is to listen. When you listen closely, you pick up on things that go beyond what's being said, like people's motivations, their challenges, and what really drives them. This information is invaluable. It allows you to build deeper relationships because you're responding to what people truly care about and not just what they say they need. So listening is crucial. It positions you as someone who values other people's input, and this builds trust and opens doors for collaboration. I want us to take this idea of deep listening and apply it to more unconventional spaces. So I once said that some of the best networking happens outside of traditional environments, the places where people let their guard down. For example, I once struck up a conversation with a fellow executive at an airport lounge. We weren't in a formal setting, but because we were both in a more relaxed space, the conversation was more open and genuine. We talked about work, yes, also about life, travel, and what really motivates us. A few months later, that same person became a key partner on a project because we had already established trust in that informal setting. So places like airports, charity events, or even the golf course could be prime networking opportunities if you approach them in the right way and with the right mindset. It's also important to talk about how social media fits into this idea of networking beyond the office. As we can all see, social media has revolutionized networking, but it's also easy to misuse it. For executives and leaders, The goal of platforms like LinkedIn should be strategic. It's not about collecting as many connections as possible or chasing likes. Instead, it's about curating a presence that reflects who you are as a leader and as a person and the values you stand for. I believe it's important to share content that aligns with your expertise and interests, to engage with other people's posts thoughtfully, not just with a thumbs up, but with some insightful comments. This way, you're building a digital presence that attracts the right kind of connections, people who share your vision, who can connect with who you are, who can offer valuable perspectives. So, our online network, if utilized this way, can then become a powerful extension of our real world connections. Another thing we need to pay attention to, be it in online networking or face-to-face networking, is what I call strategic follow-ups. A well-timed follow-up can be so crucial in networking. I wouldn't be wrong to say that follow-ups are where the real networking happens. It's not enough to make an initial connection. You have to nurture it. A well-crafted follow-up, for example, shows that you are serious about the relationship. And this can be something simple, a quick email thanking your new contact for their time, or a note that references a point from your conversation. But it has to add value. The follow-up becomes your opportunity to move the relationship and the conversation forward. Whether that's by suggesting a future meeting, sharing a resource, or exploring collaboration. It's the difference between a fleeting connection and a lasting relationship. Another interesting aspect of modern networking is how diverse it can be, especially when it comes to age. I see more often how leaders network across generations, and I think cross-generational networking is critical. It gives you access to a wealth of different perspectives. So, seasoned professionals, for example, bring experience and a deep understanding of industry trends, while younger professionals often have fresh ideas and an eye for emerging technologies. So when you engage with people from different generations, that's what I mean by cross-generational networking. When you engage with people from different generations, you are not just building your network, you are also ensuring that your leadership style and your approaches remain adaptable and innovative. You learn what's worked in the past and what's coming next. And the blend of perspectives, I believe, is invaluable for any executive who looks to stay ahead of the curve. Yeah. One mistake that I see is that many executives think of networking as a tool for immediate gains. As I mentioned before, networking is really a long-term investment. It's not about instant rewards. And for executives, it's about building relationships that might not pay off today, but will be invaluable in the future. I always say networking is like planting seeds. You might not see immediate results, but over time, those relationships grow and can open doors you never expected. Whether it's a partnership, a new business opportunity, or just someone who can offer valuable advice when you need it, the relationships you invest in today will serve you for years to come. So we need to be intentional about giving back to our network. I cannot overemphasize the fact that networking shouldn't be a one-way street. It's about reciprocity. As leaders, we have a responsibility to mentor, to share our insights, and to provide opportunities for others. When you give back, you're not just helping others, you are strengthening your own network. People remember those who have helped them along the way, and that creates a culture of mutual support. In the long run, being generous with your knowledge and resources will come back to benefit you tenfold. I'm a testimony to this. It does work. Reciprocity works like magic. To wrap up, I'd like to answer a question that I was asked recently in a webinar regarding executives taking advantage of international opportunities and the real essence of that in today's interconnected world. I believe global networking is a game changer. We live in a world where your network is no longer limited by geography. And as executives or leaders, it's important to engage with peers from around the world, to attend international conferences when you can and if you can, and connect with professionals in different markets. These global networks will provide you access to new perspectives, access to different cultures, and in most cases, innovative business models. They also open doors of opportunities you might not have access to domestically. So yes, we should embrace the global stage because it can provide insights and opportunities that will take your leadership and work to the next level. So I'd like to end by saying that the real power of networking lies in building authentic, lasting relationships, not just with the people we work with directly, but with those we encounter in all facets of our lives. Remember, listening is key, timely follow-ups are key, reciprocity is key, having a nurturing long-term perspective is also key. Again, my name is Priscilla Appiah, and this is After Working Hours right here on Voices of Self-Discovery. Please subscribe and I'll connect with you again soon.